All right, so our last lesson of this unit. So this is our lesson 2C or part D. So this would be two-step equation again. But this time it's factoring. I got some notes earlier. Here's my note. All right, so again, we're going to start with what we know. Is this too small? Or is this good? Do I have to change view? Which one is better? This one is better? All right. Okay. I'm a little zoomed in, so make sure to let me know if I'm out of bound, okay? All right, so let's start by reviewing this. Guys, Winjin and Jennifer, are you able to sit on these tables so that you're facing this way? We are. All right, so make sure you're listening in. I'm going to start with something easy, okay? 2 bracket 3 plus 4 equal to something. How do I solve for this? Do you guys know how to solve for this? What is the answer for this? Use your bad math, right? Yeah? Yes, Sophia. Hey, I'm asking Sophia. Sophia, what is it? Do the addition first. So it becomes 2 times 7, correct? Would be 14. All right. So of course you say, hey, Mr. Chen, this is too easy. This is like grade 5 level, right? But let's change this a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna take the 3 away. I'm gonna put 3 in a box. Okay. You see that? 3 is now in a box. I'm gonna replace that with x. Same question. X plus 4 equal to 14. Do you know what x is? Is this a trick question? What is x? Is that the same equation? Same equation, right? So if over here is 3, x must be 3. All right. So now we know the answer. How do we solve for it? Okay. Any suggestion? We can't simply guess. How do we solve for x? If you don't know this part to start with, you were starting with this. Sorry. Sophia, go ahead.
I think minus 4.
Minus 4? No, that's not the way. Jerry?
You just make it 2x plus a, and then minus a on that.
What? 2 what?
2x plus a.
2x plus a. You were talking about distribution. Have you guys learned distribution? No? Okay, so we're going to do that later on. But notice that, can I, guys, see I have a bracket, right? I'm going to put this bracket in the box. Do you see that? Big box. Okay? I'm going to see this as, I'm going to replace this box by y. Can I do that? So I'm going to say this box is y. Okay? Then I can say 2y equal to 14. Can you solve for this? 2y equal to 14. Does anyone know the answer for this?
7.
7, right? Because I divide y to both sides. Okay? So far, so good? So notice that this y is actually the box. So I can then write x plus 4 equal to 7. Okay? So notice here, if I see this bracket as an unknown, I basically have one term to multiply by the box. All right? So in that case, I can remove the 2 by divide 2 both sides. All right? And then you have x plus 4. You can keep the the bracket, you can lose the bracket, doesn't really matter at this moment. But then the important thing is you got 7. All right? So what do we do next? James, -4 both sides. So we don't need the box anymore. It's on its own. -4 both sides. Hey, x is now 3. And that's, get back to there. Okay? So again, if you have a bracket, you can see this as a single term. Remove that number that is multiplied to the bracket first as if it's a coefficient, right? See the bracket itself as a variable. Remove the coefficient first, and then the bracket will be on its own. Then you can remove the extra term inside the bracket. All good? Sure, sure? Sure, sure. So let's do a couple more questions. You have 3 times by x minus 5 equal to -6. Okay, what do we do here? What do we do here based on last example? Luis. Divide by 3 both sides. So we have x minus 5 with the bracket gone, right? And then over here I have -2. What do I do next? Continue, please. Plus 5. Emily, are you following? 5 and 5 is gone. So -5 and 5 is gone. X equals to 3. Oh, what a coincidence. 3 again. Now, I would like to show you another way to solve for this. Let's get back to this example here. Okay, so if we have this, to start with, if we have 2 times by 3 plus 4, which is 14, I could either follow bit math and then I would add 3 and 4 together, and then I go 2 times 7. Alternatively, if you know the law of distribution, this tells you that this is what Jerry was referring to. Instead of adding what's inside the bracket, you can also times the 2 to both members inside the bracket. Multiply this 2 to both terms. This will give you 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. And this would be 6 plus 8, which is also 14. Have you guys learned this before? Yes? Raise your hand that you have learned this before. Distribution. Right. So if you know how to do this, then you can solve this equation. I'm going over the old one, okay? You can solve this equation by going left-hand side, I have 2x plus 8 equals to 14 because I multiply this 2 in, correct? And then I have 2 terms. I can then minus 8 both sides, giving me 2x equals to what? 6. Divide by 2 both sides, x equal to 3, which also works. Okay? So it's your pick. Either way you want to solve this, it's fine, right? Why don't we solve the same question the other way? 3 times x minus 5 equal to -6. See if we get the same answer, all right? So in this case, when I multiply 3 into both members, to both terms inside the bracket, what would I get? Athea? 3 times x? 3 times -5? 3 times negative 5, negative 15, equals to negative 6. Okay, what do I do next? Let's finish this. Thea, let's finish this. What do I do here? Do I take care of the term first or the coefficient? Always remove the term first. Okay, if you have a coefficient and a term, always remove the term, right? So in this case, what do I do? Not divide. If you want to remove a term, you can use addition and subtraction. 3x equals to, is that a 9? Divide by 3 both sides. Now you use division, right? If you have a coefficient, you can multiply or divide away. When you have a term, you have to add and subtract away. Okay? X equal to 3. Hey, it's the same. All good? All good? Now, I'm going to give you next question, but I want some of you to solve it one way and some of you to solve it the other way. Okay, so negative 4x minus 7 equal to 16. Can I get half of you to solve by dividing negative 4 and then half of you to solve it by multiply the negative 4 in?
Negative 4x.
Alright, so we're going to do it both ways. Do it on your paper. So we're going to do distribution on the right hand side and we're going to divide negative 4 first on the left hand side. See what you get. So you can pick which way you want to do it. Okay, if you are working with a partner, then you pick one way, the other person will do the other way, just to do it different ways. See if we get the same answer. Raise your hand if you have answer for X already. Not yet. Thank you, Sandy.
David Moss. David Moss.
What's your circle?
Ali, do you have answer ready? All right. All right, guys, let's get this in. Aaron, please put that away. All right, so the one on the left-hand side, let's deal with the negative 4 first, shall we? So again, you have to identify that as a negative 4, not as a 4. That negative sign follows it, okay? So we're going to divide negative 4 both sides. So negative 4 goes to positive 1, right? So they're gone. X minus 7. Now I can write it without bracket because there's nothing around it anymore. I have that turns into a negative 4. And then I could add 7 both sides. X equal to 3. Because so many x equal to 3's. If you don't know what x is, you might as well get 3. Maybe not a good strategy. But anyhow, on the right hand side, let's do distribution. So you got to take negative times x, negative 4 times x, give me negative 4x. So far, so good. Taking negative 4 times negative 7, I got positive 28. 16 on the other side still. All right, so now I have two terms. Get rid of the term, correct? Not the coefficient. Never the coefficient first. Get rid of the term. Minus 28 minus 28. 28 are gone. Negative 4x equals to, what is this? 28 negative what? Is it 12? Is it negative 12? All right. And then I go divided negative 4 both sides. X equals to negative divided by negative, it's positive, and that's exactly 3 times. Okay, so whichever way you find it easier, just do it. Okay, if you want to verify your answer, you may want to do it both ways. Oh, talking about verify your answers, have I ever taught you how to verify if your answer is correct? No, let me show you. All right, so this is very important, guys. If you're doing a test, you quickly gone through it. Don't head in first. Let me show you how to verify your answer, okay? So here, I'm going to write down the question, guys. This is very important, okay? So write down the question first. And that's why sometimes you don't want to just put that times something or divide something next to your question, because you might want to keep the question the way it is, okay? See, if I keep the question the way it is, and finally I figure out my answer is 3, okay? In this case, if you want to get 100% for sure, this is what you do, guys. Put that 3 into where x is. All right, and then see if the equation works still. Negative 4, 3 instead of x, minus 7, 16. See if this works, okay? Then you go negative 4. Sorry, okay, so again, you might want to write down the equation as it is. Write down your answer that you solve for. I want to check if this actually works. If it works, I'm 100% sure that I got this correct. Okay? Then I put this 3 instead of x, and I rewrite my equation. It looks like this. Okay? Then I solve for the bracket. Negative 4 equal to 16. It's negative 4 times negative 4 equal to 16. That equation checks out. Okay? Means that negative 3 checks out. Means that I got a point for this one. Okay? Same for all other questions. Same for all other questions. Okay. Can I get you to, let's see, let me get you to check this one. All right? That was the question, and that was the answer that we solved for it. Can I get you to check if that answer is correct by replacing x with 3? Do that on your paper and see what you get. Do it now. Okay, verify for me that x equal to 3 actually checks out. Right? When I was at your age, my teacher always say, you gotta check your question, you gotta check your answer. That's how you check it. Not that having an answer. You're gonna actually check if the answer works with the equation. Right, so put that 3 back to where the x is and see if you have an equation that is working. Luis, have you got it checked? It checks out? Okay. All right, so let's work on this together. if I were to put that 3 back to where x is, that x would be a 3 minus 5 equal -6. Okay, it's going to look like this with x replaced by 3. Then 3 times by -2, is that equal to -6? That equation, that equal sign now has a question mark because I'm trying to see if they are the same, right? So is that actually equal? Well, turns out 3 times -2 is -6. Therefore, that equation checks out. Therefore, my answer is correct. All right. All right. So I will get you to work on the page numbers are your homework or in class questions. It's on page 398. Okay, that would be question 8 onward to 16. Okay, just 8 questions. Wow.